I'm Tom from DIY Life Tech, and this is an answer to the question of what the different heat settings are on the Weber Genesis 2 grill. So you can see here we've got the burner on the grill, and the first thing we're going to do is switch to the first heat setting. Well, firstly, this is the off setting, very important. So this is what your grill should be on when you're not using it. But the first thing we're going to do is switch to the light setting. You can see it's got a little lightning bolt, and that's going to say this is what we want to press the button here to light the burner. So I'm going to put this over to the first heat setting that's light. I'm going to press that button, and when I do that, it's going to light that burner up. So that's our first heat setting there. We're on the light setting. That's also the full burner setting. So by default, when you first light it, it's going to be on full blast. And you can see it's indicated here. It's a big solid line, solid dot. And then as we get down here, you can see half and then a quarter, and you get these dotted lines showing that it's reducing the power of the burner. So as soon as you light it, it's going to be on full blast. If you want it to stay there, you can just keep it here. But if we want to go down to half power, for example, we just turn down to this next little circle here. And this is a little bit confusing because if you look, the amount of space between a quarter and a half and the amount of space between full and half are very different. So you have a little more control when you're in the top half of your power here. Once you get down to this lower sort of simmer setting, it's just a smaller amount of distance this is going to cover to go from a quarter back up to half. So full blast, half, quarter down here. This is not going to switch it off though. If I go down to here, this is going to keep the burner going on this very low setting. It's great for those low and slow kinds of cooking that you might need to do if you're going to do like a rack of ribs for a long time. You can go down to the super low setting. It's not off. I can go up here if I'm going to do, hot dogs or something like that. And then I can go up to my higher settings, even all the way back up to full blast on that burner if I want to, sear a steak or do something that's going to require more heat. Now, when I'm ready to switch this back off again, also, again, very important, when I get to this point, you can see there's a little resistance. So as I'm turning here, I want to press in and turn to get back to these settings. Once I'm here, I can just move it around as much as I want. When I hit this setting again, it's going to lock in. And when I'm ready to switch it off, I just need to push in and turn back to that 0. And then we are off again. So those are our heat settings: 0, full, half, quarter. This is not going to switch it off. You have to go back up to the 0 again. And when you change from that lighting setting to another one, see it's kind of locked in there, just press it in and turn to make those changes. And that's how we look at the different heat settings on our Weber Genesis 2 grill.